If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings.
Get back. Get back to yourself. Get back to yourself. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every thought sensor. They don't like it when we speak. When we beat. They're living under pressure. It's not a life for the weak or the meek. Gotta rise that temperature. It's real cold in these streets. Bring the heat. A spiritual venture. Gotta watch who you greet, who you meet. You know you do right, so they tell you you're wrong. Put up a fight, they don't like that you're strong. Crave that control, so they string you along. Catch a break, that shit's prolonged. When you know you don't belong, so it's back to the same old con. With a song, bringing facts, so they want you gone. Get back to yourself. Why you tryna please these thieves? They don't wish you well. They don't wish you well. Throw it in your face like a show and tell. Swimming in the world of snakes. Open gate to hell as they yell. Get back to yourself. Get back to yourself. Talk that talk, walk that walk. Represent for the flock. Time weighing like a boat of tick-tock. No promise, no hope, no joy from the clock. Just annoyance when they circle and they watch on top. Ooh, that can never be I. Set the mindset of a guy who believes in the lie. Got no feelings, can't cry. Hand over your money as you watch them feast with the beast. And how dare you reap a reward. Stay poor, stay lured, stay quiet, stay normal. Now's not the time to give in or give up. Can't blame their way when you find yourself stuck. Don't be surprised when they show you fake love, and that's a message from the God above. Real ruler, millimeter, taking shots, aiming for your bluff. You don't like it, oh well, tough. Suck it up, get back to yourself. Why you tryna please these thieves? They don't wish you well. They don't wish you well. Then throw it in your face like a show and tell. Swimming in the world of snakes. Open gate to hell as they yell. Get back to yourself. Get back to yourself. King of wands, use your freedom as a pawn. Not too fond of any bond. The grass ain't greener when it comes to your lawn. Shit ain't brighter when it comes to your dawn. They wanna make it rain, leave no rainbow for your pain. They wanna pick your brain just to call you insane. All aboard the ego train, they can't move, stuck in chains. Detained, trapped in a game. Cameras, they stalk you, you know you can't hide. Stick to yourself if you can't choose a side. Get you some sense and let go of your pride. Say goodbye to the old life, cause it died. Get back to yourself. Why you tryna please these thieves? They don't wish you well. They don't wish you well. Then throw it in your face like a show and tell. Swimming in the world of snakes. Open gate to hell as they yell. Get back to yourself. Get back to yourself. Get back to yourself. Get back. Get back to yourself. Get back to yourself. Nah.
What's good with y'all out there? I only hope that y'all are not allowing the variations of negative to get to y'all. Listen, it's a system. It's a dark system. It's like, what Usher said, some gardens are dark, but you got to enjoy them. We're in Babylon. We're in the land of Canaan. Remember, even Christian Rock is reading verses telling you that Abram and Lot went towards the land of Cain, right? They went towards the land of Cain. So when you find out that Mystery Babylon is right here in America, North America, to be Pacific, right? Specific, right? Not Pacific, to be specific, right? I used to make fun of people who said Pacific all the time, and then I end up starting to say Pacific. That's why you got to be careful making fun of shit, because then you'll make fun of it so much that that'd be the normal thing that rolls off your tongue. Because we are creatures of habit. But even like they speak on this stuff, but then they don't want to tell you the truth of it all. They tell you like encryptions of it, but they don't want to tell you like the truth of this. Your light body being around your physical body, right? They don't want to tell you about you know, this energy field. They always neglect to tell you about this energy field, right? Your light body energy, whether it be, Ki Rasha energy or a different form of it. Like they don't really want to tell you about this. They don't never really tell you about this energy, the aura that is around your physical body. They don't never really tell you about this, right? But this aura energy, this it's affected. It's affected. It is in the chakra system, right? It is part of the chakra system when you're looking at it. Let me make sure ain't nothing. Okay. Gotta make sure ain't nothing on here that's what you call 'em. All right. So all of these are the chakra systems right here, right? 1 through 5. And it's going, look, you can see 15 is right back down there, right? It's like that 808 figure. It's an 8. That serpent eating its tail. It's an 8, right? The figure 8, infinite 8, however you want to look at it, right? But if you're looking at this, these would be like the higher realms as it goes up. Now they have it backwards where you see it like the top is actually the bottom and the bottom is actually the top. You just got to look at the ones, right? So you got the red crystal, that would be your root chakra. You have the orange crystal, which would be your sacral chakra, the yellow crystal, solar plex chakra, right? The green crystal is your heart chakra, the blue crystal, your throat chakra, the indigo crystal is your third eye chakra, the violet crystal is your crown chakra, gold crystal is your spirit cell chakra, which is right above your head. Silver crystal is it's the ninth chakra, but it is considered to be the stellar gate, then the galactic gate, universal gate, so on and so forth. Or it's universal gate, stellar gate, and galactic gate. These are going above your head, right? And then as you get higher and you reach these higher realms, you realize what the Bible was talking about when it said that you had to go through the Christ, which used to be the crown chakra. Christ used to be represented as the crown chakra. So you had to go through the crown chakra in order to reach the Father, which was in the higher chakras, right? So once you really start analyzing and studying the body and the Bible, and you start to realize, like, oh, this is something that's taking place inside of the vessel, so on and so forth, then you'll start digging into this stuff more, chakra systems more, axotonal lines, as above, so below, as without, so within. So the same way that we're on two axles, so on and so forth, that's the same way it is inside the body as well. So you have these axles, right? One is the left side, which is the feminine side, the right side, which is the masculine side, right? This explains why they got rid of a lot of people that was left-handed at one point, because the left hand represented the feminine side, right? So a lot of men that was operating with their left hand and stuff like that, they were said to have like certain abilities that was attached to like higher realms, right? Because it was a feminine energy, that side of the vessel. Whereas though the right side of the vessel is the masculine side. And this is also where that 3-6, 963 or 369 process comes in at, right? They're not telling you that it's 369 and then 12. You see, they're leaving out that 12, right? Just like on the woman side, it's 4, 7, 10, and 11, right? On this side, you have 369 and then 12. Don't count 8. Don't count 8. Don't count 2, right? And I'll tell you why later. But This is the body right here. This is the body made up of feminine and masculine energy, woven within, right? The staff and thy rod, however you want to look at it. A lot of people say you should be both handed, that's equally yoked, but you're not going to have that, right? And here's why. Like some people are going to be more of a masculine energy, some people are going to be more of a feminine energy. And some people are born with that twin ability, right? But when you're coming into this world, the body is going to take its physical form, and your physical form can be in a masculine or a feminine, but you still operate both of these energies inside the body. Even though you're physically in a masculine or a man body or a woman's body, those are your physical attributes or your physicality down here in the physical world. But that has nothing to do with the universe that's inside of you. The universe and the operation of the universe inside of you operates on this pattern that you see right here, right? Frequencies, right? Lee lines. The earth also operates on on these Lee lines. So this is the balance that the earth's supposed to have. This is the balance that we're supposed to have, so on and so forth, right? So however you look at this is just one of many forms. Now, some people might paint this as a pillar, you know? Yeah, they made us use back in the day, like, you know, they made us use the right. Yeah, back when, there was a time where they got rid of a bunch of left-handed people, you know what I mean? Uh, they got rid of a bunch of left-handed people, and there was a whole fight against left-handed people. This is going back to like, Salem witch trials, further than that, really, right? When they was hunting witches and stuff like that. Um, it was said we had more of the ability to, um, like people with like that use their left hand, they were tapped into like a different part of the brain or something like that. It was said. So a lot of left-handed people started pretending to like basically learn how to write with their right hand so they wouldn't have to face the test or trials of being left-handed, however you wanted to look at it. But they did try to make amends to that, and they did try to like give left-handed people scholarships. Like I think right now it's a way that left-handed people can get scholarships, even right now. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's still going on. I know when I was coming out of school, they was telling me like, just because you're left-handed, you're eligible for a scholarship. I was like, what? But I was already eligible for a scholarship because I had got an academic scholarship. Yeah, they made it so like, you know, you had to be like everybody else. You had to fall in line with what everybody else was doing. Otherwise, you get that dunce hat on your head, you know? They hit you with that dunce hat. It's all over with once you get that dunce hat. You put that damn dunce hat on your head, it's all over with. You got to sit in the corner with that. They took cursive out. I mean, they probably gonna do like what they always do, which is like later on bring back out cursive and act like it's all new and this, that, and the third. Because like, but due to the fact that some of our most important documents is written in cursive. I mean, your John Hancock is not even you can't even use that in the court of law unless it's written in pen and in the cursive. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's written in pen and in the cursive. You know. Yeah, pretty soon. That's what we moving back to. Yeah, pretty soon. That's exactly what it's gonna be. Pretty soon. That's exactly we're gonna be back to hieroglyphics. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be back to hieroglyphics. We out this motherfucker drawing eagles on the chalkboard and shit. For real. All over with. They ain't gonna be happy till we back to rocks on stones. We'll be back to rocks on stones. You hear me? That's what this shit is coming to. Pretty much. Shit is coming to an end. Not as we know it though. Some of us gonna make it because some of us is already making the proper adapt. We're adapting. Some of us gonna make it. Not everybody gonna make it, but some of us gonna make it. Yeah, but some of us gonna make it though, so it's gonna be cool because some of us gonna make it. Not everybody. Not everybody. Okay. All right. That's the reality of this. Not everybody's gonna make it. Okay. Sorry, but not everybody's gonna make it. That's one thing I always tell myself. Everything ain't for everybody, and not everybody's gonna make it. I do tell myself that shit because that's true. That is true. Everything ain't for everybody, and everybody's not gonna make it. Now, some of us will make it. You know, some of us gonna make it, but not all of us. All right, not all of us. Some of us. Some of us will make it. Some of us. Not all of us. But guess what though? Guess what though? The good thing about this is we all gonna get there. That's the good thing about it. We all gonna get there. You know? What the? What the? Eventually. And that's going to be something beautiful. But in the meantime, in between time, we got to keep this learning going. We got to keep this knowledge. I'm telling you. When the vessel finally makes it down here that can hold this vast knowledge and moves into like the universe and shit, oh, it's going to be beautiful because the universe is going to unlock so much for that being. Like right now, we could just like get into the mindsets of it. Like we're moving into the minds of being able to, incorporate a vessel that can hold this level of knowledge. Like there's not too many people, beings down here that didn't try to like hold the wisdom and the knowledge. It drove them crazy. It drives you crazy. A certain variation of knowledge, like down here, it'll drive you crazy. That's why I keep on saying everything ain't for everybody. Yeah. Caveman mentality rules are gonna be in effect soon. Pretty soon you just gotta, for real, at this time you're just better off like trying to be yourself and you know, at this time, that's the best thing to do is just try to be yourself. That's all you could do. You gotta be yourself. Gots to be yourself. You know? What else you gonna be? Everybody else already taken. You know? So we gotta tell people, be yourself. You can't be me. Be yourself because you can't be me. That's what. That's what I'm gonna be. That's what I'm gonna be. Yep. But yeah, the Lee line CSA planetary DNA damage with 7D ray lines, Lee lines. So this is the mind, right? The planetary mind has been disrupted. So this is one of the Lee lines that was tampered with, is this Lee line. When they used to talk about like the trees was coming from us because we knew the knowledge of all of this. We knew that we were the earth that came and the spiritual trees came from us, the ether that was coming from our brains, right? There's a certain level of heat. Like, remember, like when kids used to play football and stuff like that back in the day when you was a kid, you play football and stuff, the steam used to roll off of your head. Like if it was cold outside, the steam literally used to roll off of your head, right? Back in the day. So that's why I say like you know, that's how it is. Like the ether rolls off of us, you know, and that's where that's where us us as a collective, that's where we come in at. The generating of that energy. Like they found how to manipulate and play with that energy that we generate. So they found out how to manipulate and play with it, and that's what they've been doing. So what we're looking at, even on the internet, right? What we're looking at is that same play, right? At one point, they found out the power of this, and then they found out the power of that. And each time they find out the power of something, they use it. It's a rite, it's a ritual down here. So it has to be used. These energies has to be used. But they found out how to manipulate these energies, right? So that's where that comes in. They are manipulating these variations of energies down here. That's where the games come in, psychological. That's where the manipulation of feelings and emotions come in. That's where all that stuff comes in, you know? So when you're looking online and you're seeing these variations of manipulation, that's where it is. They're playing with your feelings and emotions, tying you to traumas from the womb, whether it be, domestics, whether it be children, traumas, whatever it's going to be, they manipulate it. Whatever it is, they manipulate it. All these different traumas, they manipulate. So, however you looking at this, that's what you're seeing. That's what you're witnessing. And they're doing it by the collective, you know what I'm saying, by the group. So you're looking at it, but you really can't see it. Like you're just like, man, it's the black tea sector. The black tea sector is so traumatizing, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that. It's all over the place. They're pushing that narrative all over the place, you know? So you're watching them push that narrative on multiple platforms. Like there's so many negative spaces online right now. There's just so many. And it's all over. Like TikTok has it a little bit more, I would say, because it's the newest thing. So TikTok has it a little bit more. But you can literally see it all over the place. You can literally see it all over the place. Everywhere. Every single. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So everywhere you can see it. If you open your eyes, you can see it everywhere. But like I said, a lot of people, we're not, we're so busy working, so busy trying to take care of the family, take care of the house, we're so busy trying to do that, you know, we usually ignore the energy siphoning. Our energy is already being manipulated, so much already that we usually ignore it. You know what I mean? But what can you do? What could you do? You can't do nothing but wait. We have to wait until everybody realize the, vibrational frequency. When everybody realize the vibrational frequency and the manipulation of it and so on and so forth, uh, that's when we'll get a better notion of it, because you'll see more people like put knowledge, education, wisdom back into the forefront, back into the mix. They'll start putting that back out there, knowledge, all of that good stuff. You'll start seeing like people wanting educated people, and as opposed to like how people are right now. You got a lot of superficial, you know, and then like that's why they keep the narrative going about the same thing. Like you wonder why like the rappers and stuff like that, why they still keep on pushing the same narrative over and over again. It's because a lot of people are stuck in that mindset, so they're not going to get out of the mindset of color, slavery, none of that stuff. They're not going to get out of that mindset because that's the reality that they choose to live in. So they're going to block anybody who's not trying to live in that reality. You know what I mean? Anybody who's not trying to live in that reality, they're going to block all of that. All of those people that's not trying to live in that reality, they're going to block them. You know what I mean? Now, everybody else, yeah, they're going to be like, as long as you living in that color, white, black, or all of that, as long as you living in that, you cool. You cool as long as you living in that. You don't live in that, that's the reality they want you to live in. This black and white reality. But, what can you do? What can you do? Life keeps lifing. And neither here nor there. But if you once we start moving forward, it'll start to change. It'll change. We're moving into positivity. We just haven't seen it change greatly yet. You know? We're moving into it. We just haven't seen it change greatly. But it's changing. It's slowly changing. And that's the good thing. That's the good thing about all of this, is that we're here for that change. That's the good thing, is we're here for the change. Because it's got to get better. It's off balance right now. It's too much negative in the world right now. It's too many negative beings in the world right now. So it has to start transferring to, positivity, because the negative, you know. So it'll start transferring to positivity, but you're going to see a lot of negative people. Their energy's got to transfer. So a lot of negative beings got to leave the earth to bring in those positive beings, you know? A lot more negative people is going to leave. And y'all might be surprised who the universe deems as negative people. That's the only thing down here, is like people put on this fake it till you make it thing. So they're all out here faking it like they're positive and stuff like that. So A lot of people gonna be surprised and shocked about the negative people, like who the negative people are. You're gonna be surprised and shocked by it. Like, damn, that person, damn, that person. Yeah. These people have been playing with us for eons right now, man. They've been manipulating our frequencies for a while now. You know, this is how they get the money and all of that stuff. They try to put our intentions on something else. Our intentions is always on them. And then they manipulate our intent. You know, if you pay attention to it, you can see it. You can see them manipulating our intentions, you know, in some of us. Some of us, it's our sacral chakras that they're manipulating, right? For all of the all of the all of the, all of the other people that's out there, you know. You can see the manipulation, you know what I mean? But for the people who operate in that sacral chakra, you can see that manipulation too. You can see them manipulating people's sacral chakra too, you know? You can see them manipulating our sacral chakra, you know, and that's why it's so much trauma in the black community, right? Because they're still manipulating the womb chakra. They're still manipulating the sacral chakra with all the trauma that they put, you know, in the womb of black women, right? So, you know, however you look at this, there's so many different variations of manipulation right now of energy. Like, it's just crazy. That's why I say, oh man, I got to get ready to try to get some shut eye. All these beautiful ass women out here. I gotta go get. I gotta go to another country to find one. Everybody in America taken. All right, y'all. I gotta try to get some sleep. We'll go live again tomorrow morning. I'm just my energy's not there right now. I feel drained. Tomorrow morning, we'll start this over. Love is love. Namaste. Ashe. Salutation. Shalom. Peace. Hope everybody have a great
I
night.
wonder, who are you? Why do you stand tall? Where you get wisdom from? Are you really this strong? Ralph DaWise over here, Ralph DaWise over there. Atlas family affair. Interfere if you dare. We don't battle with flesh, we fight demons oppressed. by life over death. Off the record like broken up ciphers, black mirrors, reflectors of lies. They try feeding on us, feeding on us. We're fighting demons. They try feeding on us, feeding on us. We're fighting demons. They wonder why, point out all the wrongs. Why shine in the darkest halls? Why silence these evil calls? How dare you